Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1.
Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
All right, welcome into a Thursday edition of the JP Peterson Show. A bit abbreviated today due to doctor's appointments for both of us, old men breaking down. I could not get another appointment, so I had to take this one. So we will be on till a little bit after 11 today, so we got a full hour to get to some of the stuff we got to get to. Already got great comments. We'll get to you guys in just a second. Good morning to you, IndyCarTim. How are you, my friend?
Good morning, JP. Still stumbling along here, trying to get to the doctor today. So couldn't get in yesterday. I didn't want to go to the ER.
No, don't do that.
It costs a lot of money. Yeah,
it does. Yeah. Well, I would say show that picture that you showed me, but probably not. It's early in the morning. People don't.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do that unless we just have a public demand for it. But
no. Anybody want to see his ugly, swollen knee? Anybody want to see that? Comments, please.
Yeah, comments, please. I'll show you all if you want me to.
You're that sick. No, we got a lot to get to today. More mediocre decisions by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Can't wait to get into that. What is going on with our squad? Things going on around the NFL. Teams making bold moves, Timmy. Bold moves to improve their lot and win a Super Bowl. Meanwhile, the Bucs are sitting on the beach with their pina colada, doing nothing except signing bad punters. So I'm a little feisty today. Yeah, a little feisty today. So we'll get to all that. USF at Memphis tonight. Preview a little bit of that. Bay Hill is upon us, and we got Valspar in a couple of weeks. Make sure you get your tickets to that. The Hooters, Owls, Nest, and the Snake Pit tickets going fast. Get them while you can. We'll talk a little Rays baseball as well. Anything you guys want to bring to the table, absolutely anything you want to bring to the table, you can bring it up. So let's jump into it right now. And I don't know why this kind of ticked me off, but it just kind of did. As I read yesterday after the show that the Bucs have picked up the $3 million option on one Riley Dixon, your punter. Riley Dixon. Normally it's like, he's okay.
Whatever.
It's a punter. We got, do we want to really go, because that's where the Bucs are right now. Do we really want to go work out a bunch of punters? And, do we want to draft one? Do we want to go get one in free agency? Hopefully they do that anyway to provide some competition for this guy, but they just picked up the option on Riley Dixon. So I guess they guaranteed him $3 million now.
A lot.
First of all, clearly the dude had two punts blocked last year. No, but that's – and by the way, he's had a lot of punts blocked in his career. Like, he leads the league in punt blocks.
He's had 3 previous years before last year where he had 2 punts blocked.
Which leads the league each and every year.
Yes.
So he's led the league now 3 times in punt blocks.
Yes.
But listen, he's got a good leg. He's got a 4 years. He's got his net punting is good because – his net punting is 38.9. That's 26th in the league. 26th in the league. Well, maybe that's just bad special teams coverage. We got a new special teams coach, Danny Smith. That'll change it. So, he's got a much better leg overall. So maybe the net will be better. No, actually, he's 29th in gross in the average punting. 29th. Nothing says we're going for it like picking up the option on a terrible punter. Again, it's the punter. I get it. But what are we doing? Like, yesterday, the Rams went out and traded for Trent McDuffie. And they got the Rams gave up the 29th overall pick, a 5th-round pick, a 6th-round pick, and a 3rd-round pick in 2023 for a 2-time All-Pro corner in Trent McDuffie. You can say what you want about him. He's a 2-time All-Pro. He's one of the best corners in the game. And the reason they went and got him is because they can't cover Jackson Smith and Jigba in their division.
Yep.
Yeah. And so F the draft picks. We're going to fix a problem, Timmy. That's what we're going to do. We're going to fix a problem that we got. A direct problem that is going to keep us from winning our division for a long time. Make a move. Make a bold move. Meanwhile, the Bucs are signing awful punters. or picking up an option on a terrible punter. Meanwhile, the Bucs are happy with their mediocre 500 coach. Meanwhile, we're not really going to. We'll see what they do in free agency. But am I expecting something big? No. Well, we're going to be aggressive in retaining, the greatest offensive player in the history of Tampa Bay, Mike Evans. No, we're really not. We're just going to he's earned the right to test the market. He's earned that right. Go ahead, Mike. I mean, what are we doing? I don't want to get into all the NHLPA stuff, but we're clearly not, working on better food and travel for the players. And what are the Bucs doing right now that makes you excited about anything? Now, I understand free agency starts next week. Teams are making moves. You don't make moves just to make moves. But just another, we'll bring the punter back. Now, I love me some Jason Light. And by the way, was listening to him on Joe Bucs Fan. They did a nice little interview with him. Nothing terribly newsworthy because they don't really make newsworthy comments right now this time of year because they're trying to keep everything close to the vest. But I like Jason, and I think he's done a pretty damn good job here. He put together a Super Bowl team. I mean, that's what GMs are supposed to do. He's kept this team competitive. I think the roster's been pretty damn good. I think he's drafted well. Not spectacular. I understand he hasn't drafted a Pro Bowler since 2020. But drafted a lot of good starters. I think the coaching is much worse than the roster. I think these players would perform a lot better in different schemes. We've had a revolving door at offensive coordinator. The defense coordinator can't seem to get it right. The proof's in the pudding. So I don't necessarily think Jason Light's doing a terrible job. I think he needs to have a good draft. I think he needs to make a splash. I think he needs to go out and fix the problems that are apparent. Look, the Rams said we got a problem. We need a corner that can stay with Jackson Smith and Jigba. We're going to go make a bold trade. Did they give up a lot? Sure, they did. But I can tell you this: you ain't getting a corner of Trent McDuffie's like at the 29th pick. I don't think.
No.
I mean, there's 4 good corners probably in this that are plug-in starters. You'll probably get one there, but he ain't Trent McDuffie. He might be soon. We got to, this is a year-to-year league. It's a week-to-week league. We got to get better right now. They got a quarterback in Matthew Stafford who's at the end of the line, right? But you still got probably another good year. He played great last year. He was fantastic.
Almost won MVP.
Yeah. So let's fix what we got Baker Mayfield. And clearly if you surround him with a good offensive line, he could play. He led the league for 2 years in touchdown passes.
He was the MVP, wasn't he? He did win MVP.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what. Yeah. So we're just this team seems like it is just stuck in neutral. Coach is good enough. We love him, and I heard him, talk about, and we constantly talk about Todd Bowles, the division championship, with no context whatsoever. None. There's never been a team that's won 3 division titles while playing 500 football over that time, which is what the Bucs have done. None in the history of the league. It's because your division is, if you're going to use that as the measuring stick, you got to have it put it in context. It's the worst division over 3 or 4 years, maybe in the history of the NFL.
And you still couldn't get to 500.
Yes. I mean, come on. I'm just frustrated this morning. The Riley Dixon thing just kind of pisses me off. I don't know how you guys feel, but it's like, what are we doing? We're going to bring back that guy? For $3 million, we're going to pay that guy $3 million to punt. Unless Danny Smith has some secret sauce for making punters, 32-year-old punters better, I'll give it a shot. But that, meh. That's just meh. And that's what the Bucs are doing right now. A whole lot of meh.
And even if you think, because you and I talked about it when they signed him, like, oh, man, finally they're getting an upgrade. They went out and got, and we didn't even realize his previous issues, I don't think.
I did not do my research enough.
I didn't realize.
I read the press release, and I was like, oh, that looks good. And it's a punter. Yeah. What am I going to do, a deep dive on a punter?
Unless they just think there's something they can do internally to fix him. And even then, though, $3 million for a punter is a lot of money.
Yep, there's tons of young punters coming up that are really good, that have big legs.
Yeah.
This guy's leg is not good.
This is going to be his 11th year in the league. And he has led the league now in blocks 4 of those 10 years, previous 10 years.
And I got news for you. Block punts get you a beat. That's 2 games a year you're probably going to lose.
Flips the
because
field.
of your flipping punter, which should be an advantage. You should get a punter that can flip the field, especially if you're going to play the way Todd Bowles manages games. Good God, you got to have a good punter. And not only is he not good, he's terrible. He's terrible. And most, well, it was 1 year. Well, let's not forget, he was, this was at sea level. He punted in Denver, where those numbers were probably inflated. So get out of here with that. It's just another non-aggressive decision. Should we even put this one up? Jason Light always gets a boner for kickers and punters. He likes even the EH ones. What are you talking about, bro? Oh, Alejandro says, I think we need to see what happens next week in free agency and go from there. JP, I know we have talked about Mike a lot, but again, the writing's on the wall. T. Hill, Chiefs, Diggs, Bills reunion. I don't know. But I mean, now Diggs is on the market. Tyreek Hill, I don't want
either one of those guys. I don't want either one of those guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the free agent market, you're still looking at Mike Evans as the absolute prize, and it's not close.
He's probably gonna be cheaper than those 2 guys.
I don't know about that.
Maybe not Diggs.
Yeah, I'll be very interested to see where the market is on Mike. I see some experts saying there's not a big market for Mike Evans at his age and his hamstring problems, and I get that. I totally get that. But I see other people saying he's the best on the market. There are a lot of teams that need receivers and experienced receivers, and he's a game changer if he's healthy. That's true. That's true. So it only takes one team, and that's what I'm thinking. There's going to be a 2-year, $50 million deal out there for them, and the Bucs aren't coming close to that. I doubt that they're offering more than 15, to be honest. It seems like the Bucs are just going into this mode, and we'll see next week in free agency. Everything could turn around. They could pull off a blockbuster deal for Max Crosby, and then I'll be happy. But at this moment, this team has no sense of urgency whatsoever in retaining the coaching staff, bringing back awful punters at $3 million. I mean, that's just meh, absolutely meh. And I should have double checked this, but is that usually when you pick up an option, that's guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
If you pick up the option,
yeah,
the option is for $3 million and resolves the question who will have as their punter in 2026. Yeah. So it was $3 million guaranteed when he signed, and then they pick up the option, so that's guaranteed. So I mean, that's garbage. But whatever. We got other stuff to get to. I wanted to hit this real quickly because it's kind of personal for me. Lou Holtz passed yesterday at 89 years old. I had a great opportunity to chat with Lou last year at his 88th birthday, and he had the 1988 Notre Dame team come in, and there was a big to-do over at Lake Nona, and my good buddy Scotty Fitz got me into that, and it was really special to see all the players talk about Lou. And it was probably because he was in failing health at that point, and he's hung on for a while. He'd been battling leukemia, and it was kind of a goodbye for a lot of those players, and it was one of the most emotional nights I've ever witnessed. The way they talk about that man. And he was a throwback. Lou Holtz was a throwback. There was a lot of players that played for him that would probably not speak highly of him because he was a hard ass. He was a hard ass. But deep down inside of his soul, he was one of the most giving men I've ever met in my life. There's nothing he wouldn't do for you. He came on our show many, many times. An incredible patriot. Was so proud of this country and the opportunities that it affords everybody. He was one of the most amazing motivational speakers you'll ever hear. And it's so here's those talk. How do you believe a man with a lisp could become one of the most successful NFL coaches, college coaches, and even worse, be better on the speaking circuit? I can't even talk. I have a lisp.
And a broadcaster.
And a broadcaster. Yeah, a broadcaster. Who think a guy with a lisp could be a broadcaster and a renowned speaker? I mean, think about it. Hey, kid, you got a lisp. You'll never be a speaker or a broadcaster. Oh, yes? Watch this. His whole life was just a testament to anything is possible. Little scrawny ass. Irishman probably couldn't have weighed more than 130 pounds. But he'd grab a face mask of a 350-pound man and put the fear of God in him. And then he'd hug him up afterwards.
Yep.
You know, one of the most unique, always had a story, always had a joke, you know, and there I had the very incredible opportunity to sit for a little while he and Bobby Bowden went back and forth. And
that was fun.
Oh my God. It was just an incredible, I think it was for the 90, was it the 93 game? It was a 93 Notre Dame FSU game. The game of the century. That was one of the most incredible moments of my career. And what I remember most about that, it was up in the broadcast booth. I was doing a pregame show for the Florida State Radio Network, and it was just gloomy, and there was a forecast for rain, and it was about 45, 50 degrees. It was just a horrible day weather-wise. And it was the game of the century. There was 1 versus 3 at that time. And just as the game kicked off, you know, the field was it was totally overcast. So they had the lights on and everything. And just as I can see it in my mind's eye right now, like I'm watching the video, as the kicker approached the ball, Scott Bentley approached the ball, the heavens parted and the field just became bathed in sunshine. Like it's just like
angels sang.
It's like the Lord wants to watch this game. And Gene Walker, tollmate slather, Gene, and off we go. Man, I get chills just thinking about it. But it was one hell of a football game. Came down to the last possession with Charlie Ward, tried to find Matt Fryer in the end zone, couldn't find it because of all those. FSU was wearing white, and the Notre Dame band was an all in white. So I'm not saying they did this on purpose, but at the end of the game, the entire band was in the end zone.
Behind the end zone, yeah.
In the end zone. So as Charlie's looking for white shirts in the end zone, all he can see is white. So he threw it to the trombone player. That didn't work out so well. Yeah, it was just an incredible game. And I remember Lou afterwards doing media. Just an incredible game, an incredible guy, and just having the opportunity to hang out with him at times and also just see him in public settings many, many times. Cannot say enough good words about this man. And they just don't make him like Lou Holtz anymore. And he was an absolute treasure. And I to invite you, and I'll probably do this at some point this weekend, to go on YouTube and pull up a couple of his speeches. They're highly motivational, and they will make you laugh your ass off. He's one of the great joke tellers of our lifetime. And he and Bobby were very, very, they were cut from the same cloth, the two of those guys. So very religious men, a devout Catholic, Lou Holtz was, and a great man, a great, great man. I've become friends with his son, Skip, and some of his extended family, and they're just all just super great people. And we're going to miss him tremendously. But the legacy he leaves is among the greatest ever. The lives that he touched and the lives that he's improved. You know, it's interesting that Notre Dame team, there were a lot of guys, you know, names that you would know from football, but almost every one of them I met and networked that night, met like, oh yeah, I'm the CEO of this company. I'm the CEO of that company. I'm just this. I mean, they were all just incredibly successful in life. Almost every player on that team, like a who's who. And they say a lot of it are the lessons that they learned from Lou Holtz and Notre Dame football. So just wanted to give a shout out to the man, and the good Lord is getting his ear bent. No doubt about that, because he will not stop talking. But a great, great, great man, and he will be missed. You got any Lou Holtz stories, Timmy?
Not any good ones.
Yeah.
Just from his Notre Dame days against, think about the Southwest Conference teams back down here that he would regularly beat. It's just, there was no love for Notre Dame in the South down here back then,
Yeah, of course.
But as a coach and as a dude, absolutely. You're a wonderful guy. But I hated his guts as a coach because I hated Notre Dame and I hated that they just dominated everybody. I hated it so much.
Yeah, man, what a guy. What a guy on so many levels. Let's hit some of these comments here real quick. John Hill says in 1970, Bobby Bowden coached West Virginia, defeat Lou Holtz, coached William and Mary, 43-7. Lou confronted Bobby on running the score up. Bowden told Holtz, recruit more Williams and less Marys. And that's not just a joke. That happened. That's funny.
That is funny.
Joel Forsland says, Todd says we have the best punter in the league and he knows everything. Is that great, you guys? Like it grates me. Aviation says Danny Smith will have the guys dialed elite coach. I hope you're right. I don't know what a special teams coach can do to make you a better net punter. Well, you can get better coverage, I guess, right? But I don't know. You're working with what you're working with in terms of hang time and distance on the punt, which is not good. And it makes it tougher for your guys to cover, obviously. JSA13 says the Bucs released Sean Tucker per his request. How do we feel about this? Shitty. Another what are we doing move. Sean Tucker was, the qualifying offer I think was for like $3 million. Fire the punter and pay Sean Tucker. Guy had 7 touchdowns last year.
So you're going to lose Rachaad White and Sean Tucker this offseason.
Yeah, but we're keeping our mediocre punter for $3 million. Make that make sense.
And what's Sean Tucker going to make? $3 million
on the open market?
He'll
definitely become somebody's number 2.
He ain't making more than 3 though.
Probably not, but I'd keep him for 3. I'd keep Sean Tucker for 3. Hell yeah, I would. I don't think he was used correctly, personally.
No.
At all.
Especially last season, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't feel good about that. They're going to lose Rachaad White and Sean Tucker. They better have Tyler Algiers locked up. They already know they're going to sign him because Bucky is as much as I love him, he can't be counted on at this point. He just can't. Last year was an eye-opening experience. And I hope for the best, and he comes back to be the outstanding player that we know he can be. But it was not a good start to last year, and it was a terrible finish. It was to say that, I don't mean this in a pejorative way. I don't like the guy. I love Bucky. But if I'm evaluating his talent and his productivity, I got to have somebody behind him that I can really, really count on that's done it in this league. And that was Rachaad White and Sean Tucker. I wouldn't mess with my running back room at all. But you pissed off Rachaad White the way you used him last year and Sean Tucker. I know it's a lot of mouths to feed, but I would have been a little bit more aggressive to retain one of them.
Yeah. But
again, aggressive and the Bucs right now are just words that do not coexist. Everything is just kind of, let Sean Tucker go. We'll keep the coach. Keep the crappy punter. What does it matter? Just pay your sweet bill. JSA13 says, are the Petermans allowed to ask questions during the Babby Hagan segment tomorrow, or should we ask everything now in advance? Ask everything now in advance. And by the way, Ken Hagan will not be joining us. So he may be coming on after Babby. I'm waiting to hear back from him, but if not tomorrow, then he'll join us at another time. I wanted to kind of reserve the hour that we're going to do for me and Orestes and Ken to talk. So it's going to be Orestes, myself, and Ken Babby for 1 hour tomorrow. So if you have questions, put them in the comments right now. We'll write them all down, and we'll pick out some of the best and pass them on to Ken. We'll definitely get some of your questions in. So definitely give us your thoughts. All right. And by the way, a column written yesterday by John Romano he was at the event the other night, and he didn't write a column for that day. He waited till the next day to do it. Not a whole lot in it. I mean, I would agree with him. We still need to know the basics of where the public money is going to come from, exactly how and what the expected numbers are. And that's what's being negotiated now. I would expect, Ken Babby saying that they'll pay minimum 50% of the stadium, and they've been very consistent with that. So I would expect that this negotiation, when they come out of it, you'll probably see the Rays pick up a bigger portion of that. So the 1.15 will come down. This is, another. I'm not saying they did this on purpose. I wouldn't, I'm not going to jump into their mind, but just in sense of a public appeal and negotiating, if you come in at that number and you're willing to go up, makes you look good. Makes you get the deal going. It helps when you come towards their position. Like if you're in a negotiation and somebody you start low, they, that whole thing, and then they give, you're like, oh, okay, wasn't expecting that. All right, let's get the deal done. Puts you in a very agreeable position. So again, and I think you'll see the Rays maybe up that. It was suggested to me that there's some interpretation of the SITS money. The SITS money was, when they originally adopted it, it wasn't codified, but there was the commissioners talked about this, that they didn't want to use it for stadium construction. Stadium renovation, yes. Stadium construction, no. But it wasn't codified. So they can change their mind on that if they so desire. Or the Rays can say, all right, listen, if you don't want to use that money for stadium construction, how about you pick up the maintenance and the operating expenses, which that could be used, the SITS money could be used for that in exchange for less money for the actual construction. Okay. So there's a lot of different ways they can go here. And I think, and this is why I think it's getting over the finish line, because the Rays can add more investors. They can add more money to the pot. The county can come up with more and different revenue streams, and the city can come up with more and different revenue streams. So, but the thing is, the deal in and of itself is great for the community. It's great for the Rays. It's a real win-win situation. So when you have powerful people coming together, a great win-win situation with the land that's not being used really at all, but will work great for this particular purpose, and then it becomes valuable. So the whole thing really comes together nicely, bringing in a Rays asset that's worth $2.5 billion as a team, right? Keeping your Major League Baseball team. It all really works well together. It's a great opportunity for the city and the county. It's a great opportunity for the Rays. The commissioner loves it. The governor loves it. The owners love it. The mayors love it. Everybody sees this opportunity as a win-win. So when those things happen, the details get worked out. People find a way to make it happen. When you have one group like the last regime who just wants, and is not trusted, and no big hitters are really behind them, well, then you got issues. And that's what we've been dealing with for 20 years. Those days are gone. Thank God. The Wicked Witch is dead. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side, get to more of your comments. I want to talk a little USF basketball. We got a big game at Memphis, and they got a big game on Sunday where we need to pack the YC as we send our tournament boys off to the metropolis of Birmingham to win the conference tournament. So we'll do that as well. We're brought to you by the great folks at Pitch Roofing. If you have a roof that may be in need of repair or maybe replacing, call the folks at Pitch Roofing. Get that free estimate. First and foremost, you'll get into the drawing to win 2 tickets in the Mark, the all-inclusive Lightning club there where you can eat and drink to your heart's desire. So you'll get in the drawing for that. And you'll get some folks to come out and give you a real story and estimate on your roof of what it's going to take to fix it or to replace it. And they'll educate you on the entire process, and you can trust them. Great folks. I've met them. They've been in studio here. Great 5-star reviews. I know how they do business. It's pitchroofing.com. Tell them JP sent you. Back in 3. for Pitch Roofing, one of our new sponsors and the most reliable and honest roofers in the business. They love the Lightning, and Bolts fans be entered to win a pair of premium Mark Club seats with every free roofing estimate from Pitch Roofing. Seats include food and beverages, early access, premium entry, and a backstage tour of Lightning Vision with yours truly. Always get 2 to 3 estimates when replacing your roof, and be sure to include Pitch as one of those roofing companies. With a free estimate from Pitch, they're not trying to hard sell you. They educate you on your roof and the process. Even if you do not choose Pitch Roofing as your roofer, they want to leave you feeling informed, knowing the different materials and manufacturers, and understanding the process and warranties. Very, very important. Pitch is an Owens Corning preferred contract, Better Business Bureau accredited, and MySafe Florida Home approved. That's very important as well. Pitch prides themselves on full transparency and customer first level of service. They also offer financing options, including 0% plans, ensuring a stress-free experience. Call my friends at Pitch Roofing, 727-67-PITCH. That's 727-677-4824, or go to pitchroofing.com.
Pitch Roofing, roofing done right.
Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucs on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles! 813-877-7799 or go to italianoinsurance.com. JP here for Riveters, the official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. We're located just south of Ray J and Steinbrenner Field, so it's a great pre- and post-game spot, and the happy hour is amazing. Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Check out these specials. $3 Bud Light drafts, $4 domestic bottles, $5 wells, $6 premium wells, $6 cocktails like margaritas. It's unheard of. And the Riveters food is freshly made daily. No freezers. Happy hour food specials include $3.50 tacos and barbecue sliders. $6 you get edamame or chips with the beer cheese, which is amazing. $8 buffalo chicken dip, my favorite. The truffle fries, chili cheese fries, also $8 at happy hour. As well as other specials throughout the week, including Taco Tuesdays, you get $3 tacos, and Wing Wednesdays, 7 o'clock to 1 a.m. in the morning, you get our amazing wings, 5 for $5 and $5 wells and wines. That's a good Wednesday night. So if you're tired of the preppy, overpriced generic sports bars, come see the amazing, friendly bartenders and staff at Riveters, where customer service really matters. Riveters, just south of where the Rays and Bucs play. We'll see you there.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our Fanstream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
Hey, kick off the new year by impressing her with a real diamond, a natural diamond, from Golden Diamond Source. Don't start with a fake diamond, guys. That's a really, really bad idea. And if you're ready to pop the question, find the perfect engagement ring at the Golden Diamond Source, just like I did, just like Nick did. It is the best selection, the best staff, the best everything. And discover the new Emily collection by Emily Johnson Weintraub, a sleek and modern jewelry line that makes everyday gifts absolutely extraordinary. And by the way, gold prices have never been higher, so turn that old unused gold into cash or a stunning new piece. Just take it on down to the Golden Diamond Source and trade it in. Lots to get done at the Golden Diamond Source this new year. Start with an engagement ring from the greatest, the Golden Diamond Source. 3800 Omerton Road, always online at the Golden Diamond Source.
It's the love you give only at Golden Diamond Source.
Experience the art of driving at Genesis of Tampa, where luxury meets innovation and every detail is crafted for you. From the bold G70 to the refined GV80, Genesis delivers power, elegance, and technology years ahead of its time. Book service online, and our Genesis Experience advisors will pick you up and drop off your vehicle. If available, you can enjoy a courtesy car while yours gets a complimentary interior vacuum plus a generous offer for your trade. Every new Genesis comes with the Miracle Advantage Plan, 10 years or 250,000 miles of powertrain warranty and 4 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit us at 801 East Bears Avenue or online at genesisoftampa.com. Genesis of Tampa, luxury redefined.
Let's go. Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show as we roll on this Thursday. We got Johnny Gerber's golf picks coming up a little bit as well. Big thanks to all of our sponsors, especially Genesis of Tampa. This month in March, they are celebrating Gray Bull Rescue, Military Appreciation Month. And so every car that is purchased, portion of the proceeds will go to a donation to Gray Bull Rescue. They do a lot of work with them. And by the way, if you haven't seen the new Genesis 26, go check out these cars. The GV70, GV80, the SUVs are fantastic. The sedan is amazing. The technology, the luxury, all absolutely phenomenal at Genesis of Tampa. They'll make you a great deal. So go see what's going on. They got some St. Patrick's Day sales going on as well. Always something happening at Genesis of Tampa. Real friendly group. Just stop by, get your car appraised, and go for a test drive. Great folks over there. All right. I want to put this up real quick. Promotional announcement. Sports Club of Tampa Bay, which I am a board member. We're going to be hosting Let's Talk Baseball. We got some great guests coming in next Wednesday, March 11th from 6 to 8 o'clock. It's going to be at Brio in the International Plaza. So you get a great meal and you're going to get a great show as we moderate this round table. Brett Phillips, Maverick Phillips, coming in from the Rays, doing a great job over there promoting the club. Lance McCullers, Sr., obviously the father of Lance McCullers, Jr., been a great major leaguer in his own right, great storyteller. All these guys are fantastic storytellers. Chuck Hernandez, longtime pitching coach, will be there as well. John Tamargo, major leaguer and grew up here in Tampa Bay. We'll be inducting him into the Hall of Fame. And Nardi Contreras, another great pitching coach. So come join us. And we've got a few slots left. As of last night, I think we had about 20, 25 slots left. So I think it's like $40 to come to dinner and watch the show. So come network at the Sports Club of Tampa Bay. Don't have to be a member, but we'd love for you to be a member. So come join us at Let's Talk Baseball.
It's a pretty stacked lineup right there.
That's good. We're going to have fun. We always do have fun. And we're going to eat some good food as well. So we mentioned that Ken Babby will be on here tomorrow. Restus will be in. So we'll do that, and that will be the Big O show tomorrow. We'll just re-record that. And also tomorrow, the Rough Riders will be coming in, Timmy. They are one of our crews here in town that do great works. They all dress up in their cavalry suits depicting the Teddy Roosevelt Rough Riders and do great things.
Not the AA affiliate of the Texas Rangers, Frisco Rough Riders that I cover here in Frisco, obviously.
No, similar in theme, but different.
All right.
So they'll be in here 11:30 to talk about their St. Patty's Day parade that we have in downtown Tampa, and it's a good one. We'll turn the river green. There'll be green beer, all kinds of that stuff, and self-serving promotion. They have chosen me as the community hero for their parade. So I am indebted and honored and privileged to be part of the parade, throwing out beads. So my daughter's coming in. We'll have the kids and Ashley and everybody. And we'll have a good old time riding around in the parade. And it's again, the Rough Riders do a great job in the community, always doing cool stuff. So we'll check in with them tomorrow. And please come on out to that's in 2 weeks. I think March 14th. Well, that'll be the parade, which starts in the morning with the big celebration down at Curtis Hickson Park. And then we have the parade, and then we have a lightning game that night as well. So lots going on. And big thanks to them. All right. Let's get back to some of our comments. Captain K, good morning. Good to see you. So the problem I see is that the Rams have good and competent coaching, and you can do that. Unfortunately, the Bucs lack good and competent coaching. I think some of their coaching is good, but most of it
all starts at the top.
Yeah. Yes, as Joel points out, they have a real coaching staff. Joel Forsland says about Trey Hendrickson. We want to talk about him as well. We did that yesterday. We'll do it again today. Says, of course, Trey Hendrickson wants to come here. Close to home, one last contract, country club atmosphere, no playoffs, so he's off work by mid-January. It's kind of like, where we're at right now. I mean, he's not wrong.
I think he wants to win a Super Bowl. I think.
Yeah, but we're not in that mode right now. We're kind of in a yeah, sure, come on over. But I don't, signing Trey Hendrickson takes effort. It takes a lot of money.
And money.
Yeah. I don't know if the Bucs are in that mode right now. At least they haven't shown it. They don't really. Maybe they're hiding something. Maybe they're playing. Maybe Jason Light's playing possum. They're coming out with something big. I'm not saying they won't. I'm not saying they won't at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying basically I'm frustrated right now. There's a lot of meh going on. And they don't seem to be a very aggressive franchise.
Maybe that's why they're cutting ties with the likes of Sean Tucker. They need that money. They need that money, JP.
Well, like I said, if you want to save $3 million, let's start with the punter.
Well, you gotta have somebody kicking the ball, though.
Yeah, you can draft one or go pick one up in free agency.
Maybe they don't
cost that much.
Maybe they don't know that. Maybe they hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, I think they did. Of course, they wasted a pick on a punter a couple of years ago, so it was
really bad.
Yeah, Kamara. Who came in with great credentials once again, but just and his first year was really good, and they just forgot how to punt.
Fizzled out.
Then blame that on the special teams coach. No. Yeah, guys, so get your questions in for Babby, whatever you want me to ask him. I'm sure some of you are like, oh, it's not going to be anything but softball questions. And that's not the case. We're gonna try to get down to the brass tacks of where the money's coming from and ask some of the questions that that I've heard asked by many of you on social media. What else? Oh, this is bad news. Joel Forsland telling us Dominick James is out till mid-May. I saw that. It's real bad news today. Bucs bad news 24/7. So, yeah, Dominick James, as we feared, this is not good. So he'll be out to May. So if they get to the conference finals or the Stanley Cup finals, he might be able to come back. But it looks like they're going to have to make a move. They brought Connor Geekie up. I don't know if he played great the other night. Nobody played well, quite frankly. So could he be the guy? Maybe. But I expect JBB to make a move, especially now with this news. I don't think there's any question he's going to bring in a top 6 forward, right-handed shot forward, or probably a center with good face-off numbers. And no, that's not Steven Stamkos. He still has 2 years and $8 million left on his deal. And Nashville's not picking that up, so it's not going to be Steven Stamkos. Sorry.
What a story that would be, though.
It would.
I just don't know that it's best for your team.
No, not at that number. Certainly not.
Yeah.
I mean, it could, if he was at a less number, yeah, I think you could make it work because they need a great face-off guy, and he's at 55.8%, I think, really good right now. And obviously the right-handed shot on the power play, although the power play is not as important in the playoffs, obviously. And I think he's a minus 14 the last time I checked. So I don't think that's quite what we're looking for, frankly. Matt Doria says, what is it that Tez Johnson did? I heard the Pewter Report podcast mention it about the Glazers possibly addressing, but they didn't want to get into what it is that he did. Well,
he was on with JP. That's what it is.
That's where the trouble started. So evidently, according to his ex-fiance, Tez may have done some things untoward in his relationship with his ex-fiance. That's her side of the story. And as we know, she produced some texts, but anything can be replicated these days, folks. Trust me. So I don't believe anything I see. I'm not calling her a liar. I just don't know. But she accused him. It's all relational stuff, and it's not abuse. There's no allegations of physical abuse or anything like that. There's allegations of cheating, but that's not something that the Glazers need to be involved with, in my opinion, unless there's more to the story. And I don't think there is, because she did a very rather comprehensive 5-minute TikTok or whatever that I watched the whole thing.
Did you really?
I did. So it was hard not to. So you can go look it up. I'm sure it's still on the internet somewhere, but it's just salacious stuff. And, it's between them, and it's not, there's no allegations of any criminal wrongdoing here. So I wouldn't worry about that.
It's just nosy business.
Yeah. And again, these days, there's a lot of that nasty stuff on the internet. Have you heard of this? Are we dating the same guy? For certain cities, you should definitely be aware of this. So the Facebook group, Ashley looks at it all the time, and
see if you're dating anybody.
Yeah, and spent 5 years wasting a lot of time. But scorned women will go on there and just, if a guy didn't do something right or whatever, just eviscerate the dude. And it's just man hating stuff all over. I don't know why people would look at it all the time, but I guess some people are into this. But it's very slanderous of men. Now, sometimes they deserve it. There's no question.
Yeah,
about that.
For sure.
Probably you would deserve that.
No, because I never commit. I never ever tell any girl we're exclusive. That's the loophole.
But that's not going to stop her from getting on Facebook and bitching about it and saying that you did.
Well, then she's done.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that this is what a lot of this is. So there's a lot of vitriol out there. I'm not saying what the woman said was wrong, but I think we're getting a little bit out of hand here. If the date didn't go exactly the way you wanted to, you want to go on social media and eviscerate the dude. That's not cool. And it's one of the reasons that guys don't take girls out anymore. It's just like
backlash.
Well, so she can go on social media and say all this shit. So
as far as I know, that's never happened to me. But I mean, I would have found out from somebody that knows me would have seen something somewhere and shown it to me.
Yeah, probably.
As a matter of fact, I have quite the opposite, JP. I have a very good friend. She's a friend now. We dated for a short time and it went horribly wrong, like on both of our ends. Like it wasn't happening, right? But there was no animosity. We just decided, we're probably better off as friends. And this has been 4 years ago. And we've remained very close friends. She's one of my favorite bartenders. I still go see her sometimes when she's working at places. And I've taken dates to see her and stuff. And she asked me the other day, she's like, I can't figure out why you can't find somebody. Like we had this heart-to-heart conversation, and I said, her name's Ashley. I said, Ashley, I whatever. I said, I'm honestly not trying that hard. I'm really not. It's probably partly me. She goes, well, do you mind if I add you to a Facebook group? And I'm like, oh God, like what? Is it one of these? Are you dating my boyfriend or whatever? And she's like, no. She's like, it's the opposite. It's a dating group on Facebook that only girls can add guys to, like their best friends and guys that they can vouch for as good guys. And then
and that's kind of positive. That's odd for social media.
Yeah, she said, so if you're in this group, she's like, it's where I met Carlos. That's her boyfriend. She goes, this is where I met Carlos. And I'm like, oh. I said, so like if you add me to this group, girls are gonna know I'm a good guy, and I got a head start on all this. She's like, yeah. And I said, okay, well, let me think about it for a little bit. I don't want to sully your name in any way. But so yeah, I'm contemplating that move. I don't know. We'll see.
Nathan Elliott says if 2026 Buccaneers season sucks, ticket prices will go down. Since when do ticket prices go down?
Yeah, that's not how that works.
I don't know if you have some inside scoop, but I don't see that ever happening. Simon says Bucs are on track for another decade of depression. I don't know. I'm being negative right now because I don't like a lot of the decisions that have been made, but what the hell do I know? We'll see. We'll see what they come up. We're a long way from the season. Jason Light has a draft, has free agency and everything else to pick this up. So we'll see. And we can't judge any of it for sure. I mean, we have to talk about it on a daily basis. And there are certain things that they're doing like, I just don't like. So we'll talk about it. But it's far from done, obviously. Yeah. So anybody who's doing any predicting on season stuff that's going on, I don't see how you can do that. Joel Forsland says Crosby and Trey would be dropping back in coverage on third down. Dennis would be coming in on a delayed blitz, then taken down by the running back. 20-yard gain to a wide open wide receiver. Damn, Joel. Thought I was negative. Whew. Rick says, good morning to you. Rick says, wow, the Bucs got a league-leading punter. Awesome. Yeah, leading the league in blocks.
In blocks, yeah.
Fantastic. Alejandro says Antonio Brown's Patriots since Vrabel connection, and now that they got rid of Diggs. A.J. Brown, you're thinking. So A.J. Brown to the Patriots now that they got rid of Diggs?
I don't think Vrabel wants A.J. Brown, to be honest.
I don't think so either.
I don't think anybody does.
I mean, that's the thing. The dude's really good, but
he's really mouthy, too.
It's a pain in the ass factor, right?
Yep.
Joel Forsland says, Charlie Ward, best college quarterback of all time. The fast break offense revolutionized the game way ahead of his time. Yep, I was there for that whole thing, Joel. You probably were too. Yeah,
he was chose to play basketball.
Yeah, you know, if he was coming up these days, I think he would be drafted in the first round.
Oh, absolutely.
I think, you know, in the wake of Kyler Murray and some shorter quarterbacks. And Charlie was a legit 6'1". He was a legit 6'1". Mm-hmm. He's not 5'9", 5'10". He was a legit 6'1", but man, could he run and could he throw? He was unbelievable. The touch and accuracy, velocity on his throws, and the way he could throw on the run, and he had a sixth sense about him. Timmy, I'm telling you, man.
He did.
I don't know how many times he would sit there tall in the pocket, and there'd be guy coming from his backside, like just from behind, and just before he got there, he would whoop. He would just twirl out every single time. He knew exactly when he was coming. He just sensed it. And he would stand there like playing possum and look at the field and know when he was coming and then like, okay, I got to go. Whoop. And it wouldn't go to the right. He would twirl out to the back and go. And then he could he could go to his left and throw as good to his left as anybody I've ever seen.
Well, and that's part of what made him a great point guard, right?
Right.
Yeah, those same instincts.
Yeah. And his ability to pass and lead players. And he was just super athletic. I mean, as quick can be. I mean, I remember one of my favorite Charlie Ward stories is when FSU went into the ACC, their first game in the ACC. They said, you know, they were like, oh, let's schedule them at the Dean Dome on a Sunday afternoon. So they did. And Florida State went in there and whooped their ass by 20 plus. And they had no answer for Charlie. He just kept breaking them down off the dribble, getting into the paint, chipping it out to Bobby Sura or Doug Edwards or whoever. And actually, Doug didn't play that game, but he was
Bobby
suspended.
Sura. Wow.
Yeah, but they literally, him and Sam Cassell just absolutely dismantled. And they were booing North Carolina, Dean Smith in Carolina in the Dean Dome. And he was it was unguardable. You could not stay in front of him. And he could pass so well and dish it off or just score at the hoop.
He was
incredible athlete. Maybe better than Dion.
Oh, don't tell Dion that.
I know. You crazy. Danny Boy said, I was wondering if it was true. Babby said they want to start construction by the fourth quarter of the year. Hell yeah. Shovels in the ground, fourth quarter. Yep. So the plan was to get the financial deal agreed to in the first quarter, then finalize the Populous is doing the construction and the plans, finalize that, and shovels in the ground. And if you look at the A's timeline and the Braves timeline, now the A's timeline is more applicable, obviously, because it's present time construction situation, and also has a roof. The Braves stadium didn't have a roof, but the A's are going to get it done in 3 years or less. So it's doable. It is definitely doable. Lonnie Wilkins says, my question for Ken Babby, has there been any exploration of updating the team's branding look? Fans love the Stingray and Devil Rays branding over the Sunburst, but keep the name still as the Rays. He was asked that question the other night, and it was stay tuned.
Oh,
so we will ask it again, and we'll see if they'll illuminate on that at all.
What's the mascot that you hate? You got to see if they're going to get rid of that
Boy.
too.
Flappy Boy. I'm going to ask about Flappy Boy. Get rid of Flappy Boy. Danny Boy said, how would a new governor feel about this, whether it be David Jolly or Byron Donalds? I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't know. But the deal's going to be done before either one of them get in. or the property taxes are going to be voted out. So that deal is going to be done regardless of those two situations.
Your buddy Scotty Fitz has a funny comment right there.
What do you say? Where?
I played blackjack yesterday with Diego Pavia at Hard Rock. I'm 5'11" and taller than him and a much better blackjack player.
that NIL money is now residing with the Hard Rock Casino. Is that what you're saying, Scotty Fitz? Yeah, I was surprised seeing him in person at the ReliaQuest Bowl, how small he is. Yeah. He's small. Yeah. He's small. He's a good player.
Rick, are you checking me out online? Did you see that 5-star Google rating yourself? If so, I'd like to see a screenshot of that. You
have a 5-star at what? Being a broadcaster? Or?
Oh, it ain't that. That's for damn sure.
All right. All right, Timmy, are you going to do a little postscript here as I have to skedaddle out to see the
I think we need to jet because I'm in some pain right now. I need to jet. All
right, we'll do one more spot on the way out, and then we will be back tomorrow with Ken Babby and Orestes Estrada for our 10 to 11 o'clock hour. And then the 11 o'clock hour, Ken Hagan may be with us. If not tomorrow, then he'll be with us next week. So we got all the questions covered. And whatever questions you have, put them on my social media as well, and we'll pick out the best ones, and we will get them to Ken. So our final break, and then we will see you guys tomorrow. See you then. Well, the folks at Third Generation Plumbing and AC want to say thanks for making them so dadgum busy. Of course, advertising on your favorite Tampa Bay sports talk show helps, but it's their incredible customer service, honesty, and integrity that have earned them tons of 5-star reviews. And now you could be part of the team at Third Generation. Yes, they are so slammed, they need to hire more certified AC technicians and plumbers. It's a great family business to work for. My buddy John Rodriguez runs an old school family business since 1995. They pay well, give you all the holidays off, and they offer great benefits. No cold corporate atmosphere here. You're part of the family. If this sounds cool to you, call them and apply at 813-961-8024, or you can email your resume in at thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Just go to the website, you'll see the button, email them, or call them at 813-961-8024. And don't forget about the $169 yearly maintenance special. It's a no-brainer, guys. thirdgenerationplumbing.com, and they also do AC.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club. Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com.
Sunny days or stormy nights, roofing problems out of sight. In Florida we stand so tall, pitch roofing, we do it all. Pitch roofing, roofing done right, for your home, day and night. When the hurricanes roll in, we've got the top that's gonna win. Protect your house from wind and rain. Choose pitch roofing, never in vain. Pitch roofing, roofing done right, for your home, day and night.
Let's go. Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, I guess I'll do a couple of minutes if you guys have hung out this long. Talk some things to talk about, eh? Who's interested in seeing my knee? Because I'm going today to probably get it drained and looked at here in, I don't know, maybe an hour or so when I can get a ride because I can't drive. I can't hardly sit in a car, I don't think. I haven't tried since it happened. But who would like to see a picture of the old knee? It's not graphic or gross or anything. It's just a comparison of the regular knee versus the not so regular knee anymore. Jeremy Lowe says yes, he wants to see it. So, all right. Well, here's there you go. It's not gross. It's just deformed. I don't really know what to think of it. It's my right knee, obviously, as you can see, and in a little bit of history, like that knee's been injured multiple times before. I've already barely got connective tissue in it. I think I was already dealing with partially torn ligaments somewhere just from 15 years ago. And stepping off the curb, I guess it was Tuesday, stepping off the curb to check the mail. I just landed awkwardly and I felt a couple of pops. I heard a couple of pops and I felt my knee joint kind of like fall out and then pop right back in. But I don't know that it went back in all the way. And I think that's what I'm dealing with. I think it's partially dislocated. I know there's ligament damage. I know there's soft tissue damage. I think it's bone on bone anyway. That's just the way it's turned out after 55 almost years. But yeah, that's the knee. I know it's I can feel the fluid in it. They're probably going to have to drain it before they can do anything when I get to the ER today. I don't know. Do y'all have any suggestions? Should I go somewhere other than an ER? Yeah, don't pull a Lindsey Vonn on us, Mike H. That's for damn sure. I don't think they'll have to amputate, which apparently she was close to, as she told. But that's where the knee is. That's what's going on with that right now. I'm going to go get it addressed. Like I said, waiting on my son to come pick me up and take me probably here in about an hour. I'm just going to go to, there's right up the street. We've got one of those, not a hospital ER, but the little, I guess, emergency clinics. I think I've been there one time before for one of the kids for something, and I liked it. I don't know if it's cheaper or more expensive. I don't have the greatest insurance, but it's close. And I think, urgent care, as Mike said, I think that's kind of what I'm doing. I don't know that I can find an orthopedic ER, Rick. Do they have those? Just an orthopedic dedicated ERs? I mean, I do have a good orthopedic surgeon because I've had so many of those, but I don't have time to make like an appointment and wait to go see him. So I think I'm going to go to the ER, the urgent care, whatever you call it. And I think they'll be able to at least, they may do an x-ray on it there. I don't know. They may do a sonogram on it to look at all of the stuff inside. I just kind of need to at least know what's going on with it. I really don't want to have surgery or anything like that. So that's where that is. Thought I'd share that with you guys. I know JP wanted to get that commercial break in there for the sponsors to satisfy some of those guys. So they'll be back. At least JP and all the boys, Ken Babby and all of them will be back tomorrow. Depending on how it goes on my doctor visit, I don't know if I will be or not. Maybe in the actual hospital if they say, God, we got to fix this now. Even then, I'll have my laptop because work never stops, guys. Work never, ever stops. I write 20 articles a day between fanstreamsports.com and Roundtable Sports for the Bucs, all whatever. I don't want to get into all the teams I write for. So, yeah, work never stops because when work stops, I don't get paid. And when I don't get paid, I can't pay bills. And when I can't pay bills, people richer than me yell at me, and I don't like that. So, all right, boys, I'll probably see you tomorrow. If I'm not here, that means something's gone horribly wrong. And yes, Nurse Paige Sporonic can heal me any day, John Hill. I'm right there with you. So you guys hold out for JP tomorrow. Nathan Elliott, say what? Will you have the fireball shots with you, Tim? I'm probably doing some of those before, and the Jaeger before I go to the clinic. Not going to lie. I need all of that. So I appreciate you boys hanging out with me a little bit longer. Sorry I had to show you that. I just felt like everybody has a better idea of what I'm dealing with and how much pain I'm in right now because the pain never really goes away. So, all right, I'll either see you tomorrow on the show or I'll see you on social media and be back Tuesday. But either way, you guys will find out what's going on. I'll post all that on social media. I'm sure JP will talk about it if I'm not here tomorrow. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see ya.